Hey there, thanks for tuning in to see what I got to say today. So today I'm going to talk about my 8-month post-op appointment that I had this morning, and I'm also going to talk about some of the things that I contribute to the success that I've had thus far. So today was my 8-month follow-up with my surgeon and dietitian, okay? And it went really well. I weighed in today 24 pounds less than I did at my 4-month checkup appointment. So I've lost 24 pounds in the past 4 months, which is good. They didn't redraw blood work at this appointment, so I don't know where I stand with that, but I'm going to assume that I'm still moving in the right direction with that. I'll get blood work done for my 1 year in August. So the surgeon went over with me expectations and how they determine expectations. So how it was explained to me through my surgeon's office, and I'm sure every bariatric facility is a little bit different with this, but they expect that a bariatric patient having surgery through their office to be considered a success will have lost 60% of their excess body weight by their 1 year anniversary date of their surgery. Okay, so there is a way to figure out your percentage, and I'm not really math savvy, and I have it written down so I could tell you, but I actually forgot the paper where I wrote it down. But I think how you do it is you take your amount that you have of excess weight. So if you have 100 pounds of excess weight, and then you divide that by the amount of pounds that you have lost, that gives you your percentage of excess body weight. I believe that's how it's figured out. So for me today, they go by my weight at my first surgical consult appointment, which I believe was in April or May of last year. So at that appointment, I had 137 pounds maybe of excess. No, that's not right. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, I have what I weighed at that appointment, and they determine how much excess body weight. And I don't know what weight they use or how they determine what weight they're going to use as where you should be. Okay, but they probably use the BMI scale for all I know. But anyway, I'm rambling, and I do tend to ramble, and I'm sorry. I'll try to keep reeling it in when I do that. So anyway, they go by your excess body weight from the weight that you were at your consult appointment, and then they do all their math, to my weight today. And as of today, I have lost 66% of my excess body weight from my first consult appointment. Their expectation for a bariatric patient is to lose 60% of their excess body weight by their 1 year anniversary date. So I have exceeded their expectations at 8 months. Now, I keep referencing the weight at my first appointment, and the reason why I do that is because I don't count that weight as my starting weight. I went to the clinic to start the non-surgical program in March of last year, and I was on a jumpstart diet under a physician's assistant in the non-surgical program. So I started losing weight. My first day of being on that plan was March 19th. I didn't see the surgeon for the surgery consult till like a month and a half later. Okay, so they have to use that month and a half later date because that's when I entered the surgery program. But me, I'm counting from my highest weight. Okay, and so today I did the math for my highest weight, and I think I'm at 70% excess body weight. I can't remember. But anyway, so I'm doing really good. And everybody's pleased. The dietitian was pleased with my progress and the things she asked me about, the things I was doing. The surgeon was pleased with how that was going. So what I want to talk about is, why do I think I am doing so well? Okay, because I do get asked that often. What are you doing? What is your secret? What are you doing? What is your secret? Okay, there's no secret. And if you are one who follows me on Facebook or Instagram or in one of the bariatric groups on Facebook, you'll see I'm very public about everything. There's no secret, okay? Bariatric surgery, whether you have the sleeve or you have bypass, will only help you lose a certain amount of weight for a certain amount of time. The rest of your success comes from what you put into it, okay? So, yes, I am restricted in what I can eat. That's the whole point of surgery, to restrict the amount of food I can eat. And that works great. But I, before I even had surgery, worked on this, okay? And I probably will never have a video posted on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else where I talk about my journey without talking about this. Because to me, this is like the big main focus to all this, okay? I went to a therapist to address emotional eating. If you've watched my intro video, the first one I posted on here, you'll hear that why I decided to do that. So I went to a therapist to address emotional eating. I was in therapy a year and 2 months before my surgery day, okay? I have spent a lot of time working on this and my relationship with food, okay? So that is number one key for me, is being real with myself, acknowledging the truths about why I'm overweight, why I'm obese, and why I choose food, okay? Number one. Number two, I have spent my whole adult life working on trying to lose weight, following fad diets, learning how to eat healthy, whatever, okay? So in that long time, 20 plus years, I have really learned a lot of things, learned what things are not healthy, what things are healthy, and I make sure that I choose healthy food or healthier foods the majority of the time. Do I eat perfect? Nope, I do not eat perfect. Do I occasionally eat something that is a no-no for anybody who wants to lose weight? I do, okay? But I don't have cheat meals. I don't have cheat days. How many of us have cheat days in the past doing whatever program? Yeah, okay, we would always have a cheat day. I would always have a cheat day. And then I got to a point when I was trying to lose weight a couple of years ago where I didn't have cheat days anymore because I didn't need a cheat day. I would have a cheat meal. So once a week I'd have a cheat meal. Okay, but we all know cheat meals turn into cheat days. So if you're planning for that, that's usually how it happens. Okay, so now I don't have cheat anything. Okay, I have balance. Number two for me is balance. Okay, I know what healthy foods are. I know healthier ways to cook them. And I know that it is completely unrealistic to say I am never going to eat something. Okay, so it's balance. I eat healthier foods the majority of the time. If it's my birthday, someone gives me a birthday cake, I will eat a part of that birthday cake. But I will not eat birthday cake every time it's someone's birthday and there's birthday cake, okay? Every time something is available is not a reason for me to eat it, and I have to know that. And I'm able to control those impulses because of, number one, addressing my emotional eating, okay? So they go together. So I addressed emotional eating, which lets me balance food, okay? Number three, portions, okay? We all know how to read portions and serving size, etc. Okay, now this has nothing to do with surgery. Okay, this is all these things I was doing prior to surgery, and now I'm doing them after surgery. Okay, so even if you're not a surgery patient and you have no desire to ever be, it doesn't matter. You still can address your mental health. You still can become balanced and balance food. Okay, number three. You have to, I forget what I said number three was. See, this is the type of person I am. This is why I should write this stuff down. Did I even say what three was yet? Oh, yeah, I did. Portion. Okay. Okay. Back. I'm with it again. Okay. Portions. Okay. Okay. We're going to have a half a cup of mashed potato, and we're gonna have 4 ounces of chicken breast, and then we're gonna have 2 cups of green beans. And that's great. We're just starting to eat right, and that's what we're going to do. So we get out our half cup, and we half cup our mashed potatoes, and then we weigh our chicken, and we have 4 ounces of chicken, and then we do our green beans. Okay, so yeah, we're in this. We're going to lose weight, and we're watching our portions, and this is how we're eating. Day 2, we do it. We're going to measure out our cereal and measure out our milk, and yes, we're going to do this. And we're going to count our grapes for our snack. We're going to count our grapes. We're going to have 8 grapes and 6 almonds, and oh, this is great, right? Couple of days of that goes by, and then we're like, that looks like half a cup of mashed potatoes, and yeah, size of my palm, that looks like the right size of chicken. And who needs to measure green beans? I'm just okay. Now our eyeball measurements, they're never accurate. They're never accurate. Okay. So what we're lying to ourselves and saying, this is my half a cup of mashed potato, is really probably a cup and a half, okay? Maybe the first day you do it, it's and the second, okay, before you know it, we're eating a half a cup of mashed potatoes, but it's like 2 cups, okay? Maybe I'm alone here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, okay? But if I'm being real with myself, that is exactly how it happens, okay? We stop measuring, and then we think we're eating right. The next thing you know, we're not measuring at all, and we have no portion control because we're just eating whatever we put in front of us, okay? And how many of us finish our plate regardless of how we feel, okay? So many of us, we stuff ourselves full. Surgery, no surgery. This is what we do, okay? A lot of us. Okay, so I say it's not realistic for me to measure my food and weigh my food every single day. I don't have time for that, and I don't have desire. And that is a very useful thing. Don't get me wrong, that is a very useful thing for a lot of people when you are first starting out. That is important. I 100% stand by that, and I've done it many times, and I've been very successful with it. But for me, where I'm at in my journey right now, and at 41 years old, I don't have time for that, okay? I am not interested in doing it. I want my day and my eating habits to be normal and not need to change them in the future, okay? So I'm trying to use this time that I'm in right now to make new normals for me, okay? So how do I do that? Well, if I'm gonna pre-bag things, okay? So let's say I buy a bag of almonds, okay? The serving size for almonds might be 1 ounce. And I will weigh out 1 ounce bags of almonds and put them in the cupboard so I don't have to think about it. Okay, they're already pre-weighed, pre-serving sizes are there, and I'm good with that. Okay. But my big thing is if I'm not pre-measuring to prepare for the week, I am eating out of a certain size bowl. Now this is specific for probably bariatric patients because most people are not going to eat out of an 8 ounce bowl, but maybe we should be. Maybe that's a normal portion, and we don't know normal portion because our portions are so ginormous anymore, okay? But I got 8 ounce ramekins, and I eat as much as I possibly can out of the 8 ounce ramekin. And the reason why I do that is because I can fill it to the top and not overeat, okay? Because I can eat everything in that 8 ounce ramekin and be content, be full, and not be stuffed, okay? There are times, depending what kind of food I put in that ramekin, that I cannot finish it because it's too heavy. The texture might be too heavy, or whatever the reason is. I may not be able to finish it, but if I can finish it, and the majority of the time I do, doesn't matter if I ate it all or not, it is not too much food, okay? Not everything can fit in my ramekin, although I do base the majority of my meals around ramekins. I love one-pot wonders. I love soups because I can eat out of my ramekin. And that's important for me because I don't have to measure, okay? Going back to that, I don't have to measure. I can just, this is my bowl. This is the appropriate portion for me. I just have to fill it, okay? And only once, because there's no room for seconds. And if you haven't had surgery and you have room for seconds, well, that's where you need some restraint and not eat seconds, okay? But for me as a surgery patient, And if you're a surgery patient, you don't have room for seconds. So if you go back for seconds, you're forcing yourself to eat something you shouldn't be. And then you should really revisit number 1 up here, okay? So I also have, for the things that don't fit into my ramekin, I have little toddler plates, and I'll put my meat and vegetable on the toddler plate, and that's how I'll eat it. Now, there's another reason why I do that. I do that because my eyes are bigger than my stomach, okay? And the whole correlation of, if you have a plate this big and it has a piece of chicken and some mashed potatoes and green beans, your plate looks full, okay? You look like, yeah, I'm gonna eat my food. I have a lot of food to eat. If you're using like a big regular plate and you have this and this on it, well, that doesn't look like I have enough. I'm gonna be hungry. I need to put more on my plate. So if the visual of it looking like more, because it's on a smaller dish, works really well for me, okay? And I stick to that. So that's my deal with portions. Number 4, this is huge. This ties all of it together for me, okay? How often I eat. When you go through surgery, or even a lot of plans that have nothing to do with surgery, they talk about eating 6 small meals a day, or eating 3 meals and 2 snacks, or 3 snacks, or whatever. Okay, let me tell you, that is the single best thing you can do to help identify head hunger, help identify eating out of boredom, or emotional eating, okay? So I eat breakfast, and I know I eat my breakfast out of my ramekin, 1 scrambled egg, a little bit of bacon or whatever it is I eat out of my ramekin almost every single morning. I know that that was enough for me, okay? That was a normal portion of good, healthy food. It's protein packed. It's what my body needs. I know it's good, okay? Now, if you're gonna choose to eat a donut, well, that wasn't a good choice. So of course that's not going to last you, okay? You have to make good choices. So I eat my breakfast, and I do not eat anything for 2.5 to 3 hours, okay? If I want to eat anything between breakfast and the 2.5 hours, it's head hunger, because my body is not hungry. My body got what it needed. Okay? And if it's true hunger, you need to look at what you ate. Because if you ate good, healthy food, you're not hungry. It's head hunger. And if you ate junk, well, that's because you ate junk and your body's saying, I need real food. Okay? So 2.5 to 3 hours, I eat again. I eat a snack now. And my snack is going to be protein packed. Okay? I'm not going to eat junk and expect it to hold my body over for 2 to 3 hours. A really common snack that I have in the morning, especially on work days, is I get sugar-free, dark chocolate, Jell-O brand pudding, okay? And then I mix in half a scoop of Jenipro protein powder. A lot of people say, why? Well, pudding by itself isn't gonna do anything for me, okay? It's gonna be processed quickly because it's a full liquid, and it doesn't contain anything in it that's really gonna sustain me until lunchtime. So I add half a scoop of Jenipro protein powder. You don't have to use Jenipro protein powder. You can use any type of protein powder, but you get the scoop size for Jenipro is small, and you get a lot of protein. So half a scoop is like 15 grams of protein, and it's just a snack. It's not a meal. Okay, so I add a half a scoop of protein powder, and because it's a snack and I want to feel like I'm eating normally, I get Reese's Whip. It's not diet, okay, but a little, I forget the serving size, ratio, calories, etc., but it's low. I put Reese's Peanut Butter Whip on top of my dark chocolate pudding. It is amazing, and that is my snack, and that holds me over until lunch, okay? So at lunchtime, I eat out of my ramekin, leftover soup, leftovers from whatever I made at home, etc. I eat out of my ramekin. That holds me over, and it's always protein packed. It's always bean or meat based, okay? And then in the afternoon, 2 to 3 hours later, I do have another snack. Sometimes it's cheese, sometimes it's cheese and almonds, sometimes it's a protein bar. It's a small snack, but it's still protein first. 2 to 3 hours is time for dinner. Again, soup, lean meat, a little bit of vegetable, etc. And yes, I always have a bedtime snack. A lot of dietitians don't recommend that. A lot of dietitians say 3 meals and 2 snacks. Even my own dietitian says that. But I tell them, nope, I have 3 because that's my body and I know that I want and need 3, okay? So I do 3, but my bedtime snack, again, it's 2 to 3 hours after dinner, and it is light and it has protein in it, whether it's a protein ice cream bar or Greek yogurt with a little bit of granola. I use grain-free granola, and in the future I'm planning to do a post with some of my favorite snacks that I eat post-op, okay? Or just in general for healthiness and that are low carb. So I use a grain-free granola with a non-fat Greek yogurt, and these things are so great, okay? And I stick to this. Every 2 to 3 hours, because if I'm hungry and I want to eat in between 2 to 3 hours and I'm eating the right foods, it's head hunger. So then I have to take the steps, and I go back to my therapy, the steps that they taught me to work through. Okay, I don't need to eat. I'm not hungry. There's no reason I should want to eat because my body had what it was supposed to have. Why do I want to eat? Well, I'm bored. Well, I have anxiety. I'm stressed out about something. There's a reason. So I identify the reason, and a lot of times it's boredom because I'm really in control of my anxiety right now. So if it's boredom, I find something to do. Okay? Find something else to do. Whatever that may be. It could be organizing something. It could be going for a walk. It could be doing laundry. It could be cleaning. Whatever. Something else. And guess what? It always goes away. The desire to eat always goes away. Okay? And those are my big 4 keys to what I think has led me to be successful thus far. Doesn't mean I'm going to be successful forever. You know, I know I'm not special here, but I've had a lot of success. I lost 62 pounds pre-op, okay? 62 pounds of my loss has nothing to do with surgery. It wasn't required for surgery. I did it on my own because regardless of whether or not I was going to have surgery or whether or not I was approved for surgery, I still want to get healthy, okay? I just went through a surgery because it is an added benefit, an added tool to help make this process more efficient for me. Period. Okay, so I lost 62 pounds pre-op, and now post-op I think I've lost, I don't know, total I've lost 140 pounds as of today. 140 pounds in about a year and a month, okay? And it's because I followed the instructions of the surgeon, I ate healthy, and I continue to eat healthy. I continue to monitor my portions. I find what works for me. I'm not going to measure out food every single day, so I eat out of a controlled dish, so I can control, not a controlled dish, but I control the dish that I'm putting it in to set myself up for success, because I want this, okay? I want this. And these are the things I do to make it happen, okay? I put in a lot of work. Do I exercise? So I'm going to get that question, because I get that question a lot. I do exercise. And I, at this point, exercise a lot, 5 to 6 days a week, doing various exercises, but I don't contribute that to my weight loss. I contribute that to my body transformation because I'm losing inches because of that, but my weight, the bulk of my weight that I've lost so far has come off before I was exercising as regularly. So you do need to exercise, and it's super important for your body and your health, but I don't contribute it to my weight loss. I don't contribute my weight loss to exercise. So there, I'm just going to share that with you today, and look forward to, in the near future, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite snacks. I have a whole running list of things that I want to talk about, and one is why I'm choosing to go to monthly weigh-ins instead of weekly, and that's going to be one probably I talk about soon this week, because today is my last day of No Weigh April, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I am not gonna weigh. I'm gonna weigh in officially tomorrow on my home scale, and then that's it until June, and I'll explain that why in a future video. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I would love, the more subscribers the better. I would love to get my message out to as many people as I possibly can. Leave me a comment, like this video. You can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at FlapTheFabulous18. Please feel free to follow me anywhere and everywhere you like to, and go ahead and share this with whoever you like. I hope you find value in it, and if you have any suggestions for things that you would like to hear me talk about in the future, please let me know. So thanks for watching.